Hey guys, this video is for everyone who's really interested in business and wants to become the big entrepreneur. Today we are going to discuss how you can start your own business right here in Dubai. We will cover the entire process step by step, including the costs involved and the documents you will need to set up your business here. So let's dive in. The first step is to understand which zone you will open your company in within Dubai or the UAE. There are two main zones, the mainland zone and the free zone. Free zones are specific areas like those in Dubai, Sharjah or Ajman where you can set up your company. However, if your company is in a free zone, it can only operate within the free zone area within that specific emirate. On the other hand, a company opened in the mainland can operate across the entire mainland in Dubai or even internationally. So if you're opening a restaurant, a showroom, a shop or an e-commerce business that needs a physical presence or deals directly with customers across the UAE, you would operate in mainland. Now here's a key difference. If your business deals directly with customers, that is business to customers, you should open your company in the mainland. If your business doesn't deal directly with customers and is B2B, you can set up in a free zone. Another important point is physical space. In a free zone, you are not mandatory required to show or rent a physical space, but if you open a business in mainland, you need a physical space. Mainland businesses often require a restaurant space, a warehouse, office space, a shop or a store. Having the physical presence is very important. If your business naturally requires a physical space, and you must open it in the mainland. Now, if your business can be operated online, you can set it up as in the free zone. For example, if I design clothes or shoes or want to open a showroom in Dubai, I would open my business in the mainland. The next step is to identify the nature of your business. Are you going to open an e-commerce store, a restaurant, or a travel company? When you go to a business consultant, they will ask you about the nature of your business. Now, this is important because the license you get will be specific to that category and you can only operate that nature of business here. When you go to a free zone, they will give you a long list of activities from the UAE official activities list. You will choose 3 or sometimes up to 5 activities from the list for your businesses, and a license will be issued for those specific activities. You could, for example, select categories like travel company, marketing company, and an e-commerce company. And you need to decide a name of your company. Make sure the name aligns with the company's vision and is unique. It should be catchy and easy to say. Crucially, it must comply with the UAE's naming regulations. The names should not be against public morals, and the names should be very nicely being presented. For example, a personal example is like whenever you try to register a company, make sure that it complies with all the rules and regulations set up by the government. Be mindful of when you're choosing your name. The next step is to decide on the number of partners. If you're opening the company alone, that's perfectly fine. You can own your company by yourself. This is a very good recent change, unlike before where you had to find a local sponsor who would be holding like around 51%, who used to hold like around 51% of the businesses here. Now, this change makes it more favorable for people doing businesses here. Regarding partners, the number you can have, that depends on your free zone or the mainland business license category. You can decide on these 2, 3 or 5 or more partners based on your license. Once you have completed these steps, you move to the most important one, that is registering your business license. If you're registering your company from India or any other company, the only document you need is to provide is your passport. And if you provide your passport, the process begins. You will follow the steps and pay the required fees, and this your company business will be registered. As part of the business of getting your trade license, your visa will also be applied. After completing all these steps, you will receive trade license, immigration card, and labor card. Your visa is also stamped on your passport if you're completing this entire process while in your home country. You will receive a business visa or investor visa for the UAE. Now, this allows you to come here. Once you are physically present in UAE, your residence visa will be stamped on your passport, and based on this, you can sponsor your family, your spouse, children, parents to come and live with you here. Now let's talk about the cost. And if you are a single owner of your company and only need one visa for yourself, and the total cost of the trade license and visa is approximately 30,000 dirhams. However, if you have 2 or more partners and then you need visas for them as well, the cost will increase depending on the number of people. Please note that this cost does not include the cost of your family's visas that you will sponsor. Now, the cost of sponsoring family members depend on the number of people and is different. The costs for deciding and discussing are for the business setup itself, including the license and visa for the employees or the partners. The next step is renting office space. And if you're opening a mainland company, make sure to follow certain rules and regulations. Like if you're opening a showroom, you will obviously need to rent a physical space. You will need to find the space after you arrive here. However, if you are establishing your company in a free zone, you don't necessarily need to rent a physical space. You have option like getting a virtual space or a flexi space, also called the flexi desk policy. Now, with the flexi desk, you can use a shared work space for a year or even just a month. Now, there are many options available. Once you have your own business license, all your documents and your visa is applied and for your stamped, you need to apply for your Emirates ID. Now, this is a national card here. After you get your Emirates ID, you will need to apply for your bank account where all your business's fund will go. There are many banks here that can open a corporate bank account for you. Most require a minimum balance that you will need to maintain. There are corporate bank account fees that banks charge for maintaining your account, and you will need to pay. It's recommended you to do your own research to find what and which best bank for your needs will be, and then open the account according to that. After opening your bank account, you will need to set up the methods to collect the payments from your customers. If you have a physical presence, you will need a POS machine for card payments. If you have a online presence, you will need an online payment gateway to collect the payments. There are options available here. You need to also do a research about the different kind of payment gateways to understand the transaction charges that are going to get applied. Now, if you would like to be needing help for any kind of business, you can actually research more about it. There's a lot of information online also, and credible sources are there. So finally, this is all about the things that were very important, and yeah, many people are doing this, establishing their businesses in UAE. So yeah, you can research more about it, and if you really need more content on this topic, please do write a comment. I'll just share it. Thank you.